really do apologize. It's gonna make making the VODs a headache because I have a whole bunch of videos now that are split up randomly because of Twitch. I don't think I have an option on, like, maybe I should turn an option to, like, make it so I don't disconnect entirely. I don't know. But this is ridiculous. I'll probably delete all the ranting because I don't need to save that. But I just want you guys to know, like, if you guys think I'm mad, you haven't heard me mad unless I'm ranting about tech issues. Because nothing pisses me off more than stuff like this. It legit boils my blood. Well, he doesn't live downstairs anymore, but I don't care. I don't care. I'm mad. I am so mad. I'm mad because it happened, and the thing was too. I looked before the stream. I'm like, what are your quality settings, or what do they recommend? They recommend 2,500, but I don't know. Apparently, like, there's no dip in quality, right? Like, the bitrate still seems fine. Like, you're not seeing anything, like, noticing this game look worse. Do you? Because it is 500 less bitrate. Well, I don't know what you guys missed as far as my talk. Like, I don't know where I was leaving off from college talk, but and weirdly right now it says I have 18 viewers, which is great, but that seems weird because I think I was lower than that before. It's got to be on a it's got to be a maybe it is my internet provider, because which, if that's the case, then I have no issue, like, getting rid of my internet provider if they're going to be doing this to me. Because I know they can throttle internet sometimes. And if it's not happening to anyone else, then it's got to be, like, it can't just be Twitch on its own, then. I don't know. Sorry, Darth. I was just getting, the stream went down again for some reason. I have no idea why it's doing this. I wonder if it is specifically 8 o'clock when it happens. Because it seems like it was 8 o'clock last time for... Maybe not, for Dragon's Curse. Because Dragon's Curse... Well, I don't know. Because I'm wondering if there's a specific time that they throttled my internet. Like, because that would be a thing that would happen, right? They throttle the internet. But, like, what are they even gonna do? But also, like, what would they even do if your internet provider throttled your internet for, like, 1 second, but then you just change the bitrate and it's fine? Like, I mean, I guess technically you're taking up less. I don't know. I guess for now I'll just always stream at 2,000 unless it looks really bad. Because at least that way I hopefully, unless that's gonna go down still as well, but... Yeah, I don't know. I don't know why it dropped me. I mean, I guess it's gotta be a internet provider thing. Which I should actually drop my internet provider, or at least, like, call them about dropping. Because right now, like, my price keeps going up, but, like, if I was to call them and say, hey, I'm gonna go somewhere else, they might drop my price, but... it's just, like, it didn't happen for Kunai, as far as I'm aware, but it happened for Hades. The only thing is, like, when it drops, and this is what's weird, it drops and then it comes back without me doing anything, but what's weird about it, right, is the bitrate. Maybe I have a setting on, because my bitrate, like, I have a bunch of frame drops, right? But, I mean, that's happened in the past, where I've had frame drops, and I had to lower the bitrate to fix it. But I've never had it just completely cut stream before. That's what is weird to me. This is a recent phenomenon. I've never had Twitch just... I guess I should Google and see if anyone else is having this issue. Because I've never had Twitch just decide you're not streaming anymore. Unless it's an option on Twitch that, like... Because I definitely had frame drops before, but never to the point where it's been like... Never to the point where it's just, again, cut stream on me. I don't know. And like everything is still good, guys, right now. Is this the ship from, like, the last level? I think it is. I don't know. I just, like, I hate having to worry about this kind of stuff. It infuriates me. I guess for now, I'm just gonna plan... So what's my next stream? I guess this. I'll plan on streaming it in 2000 bitrate. And if it goes again, I don't know what, like... Because what's annoying is when I export this to YouTube, like it's so annoying to have the VODs get split up. It's not great. I prefer all the VODs to be in one place if I can. Hang on, I don't know what I'm doing here. I mean, you could argue it's not the biggest deal if your VODs are split, but, like, it's just annoying. Because they're also split in random places, too. And I haven't even checked the VODs, but I'm assuming, like, some of them are going to be, like, mismatched because of, the frame drops, like... That's understandable, Zany. Where am I supposed to go here? That's a bonus. Well, I figured it's back up, but... I'm not gonna get it. But this one doesn't tilt. Does this one tilt? Okay, this one does tilt. Damn it! I need Diddy. Where's Diddy? There we go. Well, I'm gonna delete that VOD. I mean, I'll definitely delete that VOD, but I just mean like even Hades is gonna have like... I gotta deal with that tonight or tomorrow. Oh, I guess we'll go this way. You returned? Summer, you missed me being mad. It says 9. What says 9? Oh, the viewers. I wonder if it like doubled up my count by accident because I was turning it on and off to get quality options again. So how many worlds are in this game? Like 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18? Eight. Okay, so if I can be at least 4 worlds, at least. I honestly wouldn't mind doing 5 tonight, maybe, only because, depending on how long they take, only because that gives me a little bit more of a buffer. Because I know the later worlds are a little harder, I think. Well, this is not the level I was thinking of. Right, there's these weird things. What even are these things? It's not even a world, though, at least in this game. I think in the 3DS one, it does more, but it's literally just one level. Like, in Tropical Freeze, I think they make it an actual world. I like how Tropical Freeze just reuses the same concept for this game. It's also really weird that they didn't make a 3rd game, you know what I mean? Like, it's weird there's not a Tropicolar Freeze or something. But like Retro hasn't done anything since Tropical Freeze, really, right? I think there's rumors they were working on a game that got canceled. And it had to have been, right? Because they've done nothing since. Like, it's been, what, 2014, so that's 7 years? I mean, now they're working on, well, debatably, they're working on Metroid Prime 4, but... Come on. Come on. It's such a weird level because, again, these things are so weird. Like, what are these things? I like how that just gives you a full heart for DK as well. I don't know why I got the G. I didn't do it. There we go. Puzzle piece. Really? Do I have to blow the leaves? Okay, I do. Why? It was still there. Format of the Kong family. It's kind of weird to me that everyone was always like, I don't know. I mean, I guess I just never got the hype of Prime, but like this game is good, but everyone's like Retro Studios is like the best company ever made, and it's like, they really haven't made that many games. and people didn't really like Prime Corruption or Prime 2 Echoes. People didn't like. People like Donkey Kong, but it's so weird that everyone always talks about the Metroid Prime series. They only really liked one. Like, I hear more people complain about Prime 2 and 3 than I do like it. I feel, but this is coming from an outsider, so I could be wrong on this one. But it feels like more people complain about those games than they actually enjoy them. Hey, Naron. Which I think, honestly, like, I sold 3 because I didn't like the Ridley battle, but the motion controls are probably the only reason I would like that game. I was saying how people talk about how Retro is this amazing company, and like, maybe, but like, people complain about Metroid Prime 2 and 3 a lot. It's weird they always talk about how much they love Retro, but the only Metroid Prime game they actually seem to like is 1, it feels like. Well, what motion controls don't they like? I definitely have seen people be like, I don't really like 2 or 3. Like, when people talk about Metroid Prime, they're like, 1 was amazing, and 2's fine, but I don't like a lot of things in 2. And 3's fine, I guess, but I don't like a lot of things in 3. And it's like, well, then what do you like? Like, I guess my thing is, I hear no complaints about 1, but I hear a lot of complaints about 2 and 3, as far as gameplay designs. Like, people didn't like the Dark World in 2. 3, people didn't like the multiple planets. It feels like people just wanted Metroid Prime 1 again, which, I guess, you know, when I ask my question of why people like remakes, they literally just want to play one game and that's it. Well, this is true. This is fair. But I just, like, I never hear anyone be like, has anyone, I guess my question is, does anyone think that Prime 2 or Prime 3 are their favorite game ever? Like, I feel like if you like the Metroid Prime series, nobody's not going to say that 1 is the best game. I need Diddy. Can I get Diddy back? Like, how far back can I go to get Diddy back? It doesn't, but there is this weird mentality with people, I feel. And I'm not saying I subscribe to this notion. But there is this weird mentality that if it's not the best game, it's clearly just bad. Like, for example, right? You look at Donkey Kong Country 3, and a lot of people don't like 3. And instead of just saying it's good, but it's not my favorite, people have to go in depth to be like, oh my god, 3 is bad in all of these ways, and it's so awful, and I don't get why, like... If people are going to talk about why they like 3, they're talking about because it's a minority opinion, so that's why they're going to talk about why they like it. But it feels like people have to be like, 3 is so bad, I don't like all these things about 3, and it's so awful. And it's like, okay, but then why do you... Like, like I have no reason to talk about why 2 is good, because everyone already likes 2. Like, I don't really have a reason... 2 is a good Donkey Kong Country game, but I have no reason to praise 2. But people spend all this time tearing 3 down. I mean, maybe. I mean, you're right. I should stop going on Reddit. But it's hard not to take... When people complain about... It is hard not to take it, like, when anyone is talking about, like, the flaws in the game, it is hard to be like, well, do they actually like the game or not? You know what I mean? And don't get me wrong, like, you can definitely complain about a game and still like it. This is 100% valid. But I never get the impression that people like 2 or 3 from what I've seen. They never really are like, 2 is amazing, but I also have these issues with it. They don't ever say anything they like about 2, it feels like. Like, even the games I have issues with, I still say the things I like about it. And granted, I'm thinking, like, back to the Nintendo forums, back when I was, like, a teenager, so I think the problem is teenagers more than anything else, but... This is also a weird boss, to be fair. Why is he in a cooking pot? Why does he have a nuke? I wasn't expecting the damn it. Is that it? This is Chick Chick Boom, also hey bod. Taneki from Donkey Kong Country? Yeah, but why is he in a cooking pot? Caves. You don't like the scan? Yeah, I don't like the scanning either. It feels like you want to scan everything, but it just takes forever. I have Prime 1. I guess I should play it at some point. But you know how I am about first-person shooters. I'd rather own Prime on the Wii so I can have the motion controls. How do I get to Diddy? Is that not gonna work? Alright, there you go. Well, okay, is it a reference? It's just a world from Donkey Kong Country 1. It's not really a reference at that point. Like, I feel like a reference should be like a subtle nod, not like, yeah, this is just the thing that was in Donkey Kong Country 1. What, you mean like the ugly bird model? I don't think Tropical Freeze has any ugly models like that. I mean, I guess I can agree with that to some extent, Q. It's like how a lot of N64 games are meant for the N64 control stick. But like, I still think it would be better to play, honestly. No, because the last world had proper levels. Here, they're all levels are minecarts or rocket levels in this world. But they're not minecarts or rocket levels in Donkey Kong Country 1. Thing is, it definitely feels like this game is a soft reboot, right? Because the Kremlins don't even exist in this timeline. No, I know. I'm saying that Donkey Kong Country 1. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm saying Summer's me. Here, Salus, explosions. That was me. Everything is still looking good, guys. There's no more frame drops or anything like that. bitrate isn't making this look awful. Oh, I don't have Diddy? When did I lose Diddy? I mean, I guess when I died, but I guess I just thought I got him back. Alright. No idea I die. I just thought I had Diddy on the way, I guess. Donkey Kong just flying through with his good friend Diddy, accidentally causing a million of collateral damage along the way. To be fair, it's his island, right? Like, it's called Donkey Kong Island. That implies that he owns the island, right? I mean, we gotta go to Bombs Away anyway, because it's weird that you have, like, I mean, you could go to 2 first, but you'd want to get the key. Oh look, it's another minecart level. I forgot that there was a world of just minecart levels in this. Again, I maintain that it's weird that they were like, you know what people really liked about Donkey Country? The minecart levels. That was clearly the most iconic part, when it's only 2 levels. Spaghetti Squash? That sounds really good. Did you do Crowded Cave yet? The one with the bat? No. Well, I just got to this world, so... Oh my god, I'm... Well, no, I'm not saying they're not memorable, Q, but... people act like the minecarts are like a staple of Donkey Kong, and I don't really know if they've made them a staple of Donkey Kong at this point, sure. I don't really know if they were. Like, so much so that when they did the ukulele, which is weird, honestly, because it's a different series, but when they did the ukulele Kickstarter, they're like, you could add minecart level, and it's like, and people were like, yeah, minecarts, and I'm like, okay, but, like, really? Like, is that really what you took away from Rare, that their best thing was minecart levels? I guess that's more my thing, is it's not even like, it's not the minecart level wasn't memorable, but people acted like it's like not putting minecarts in Donkey Kong is like not putting Yoshi in, or I don't know about Yoshi, I don't know what a good example would be, but like every Donkey Kong game has to have minecarts. I mean, they weren't great, but I'm just saying they were included as a Kickstarter goal because they were like, well, people like minecart levels, and I'm like, but what? I mean, don't get me wrong, I love the idea of the on-roll rails platforming. That's great. And I don't really know, did any game before Donkey Kong, they did, right? Because well, I guess that's also Rare as well. Did any non-Rare company make an on-rails platforming game before this one? Or section? got a checkpoint at least. I don't think... Does Returns have as many... It doesn't have nearly as many minecart levels, right? Or not Returns, Tropical Freeze. The Under Wonder Boar 3 is a Rails platformer. I mean, yeah, okay, I guess like I guess if you're doing the skateboarding thing, yeah. Oh my god. I'm gonna run out of lives at this rate. So I guess I can see why people would think that it's memorable, but yeah, like that was the thing with Ukulele Kickstarter, right? Is the thing with developing that game is they had to include the stuff that was Kickstarter goals, even if it didn't work. And I feel like, well, I didn't mind the Cardos levels. They probably would be better without them in the game, honestly. But they had to include them because it was a Kickstarter goal. Whereas, like, if something's not working in regular game development, you can just say, nah, screw it, we're going to scrap this. You can't do that with a Kickstarter goal. Oh my god. It's the short hops that are screwing me up here. No, we're not doing easy mode. Yeah, there are more rocket barrels, aren't there? 6 rocket levels and 4 minecart levels. Well, what's in this? How many in this game? Like a bajillion? I guess there was no minecart levels in Beach and Ruins, were there? But then you have a whole world of minecart levels, so... Which I guess I do appreciate a cave world that has like one connected thing of like all minecart levels. Like, that is kind of unique, honestly. Right, this section. These are great set-piece levels, though. Like, this is just... I would assume this is fun to watch, even if you're not playing. Because, like Salah said, all the exploding and stuff. Does he want to talk to me? No, I don't want to... I don't want the super guide. I don't need it. Also, I don't know if it would help here, right? Because it just makes it so you don't take damage. It's not gonna... I mean, I guess it means I could get hit without... But, like, if I fall down the cliff, it wouldn't matter. The part I was getting stuck on was mostly the falling down. I'm gonna miss. Okay, there we go. I think it's a good stream game because it probably is better to watch than play. It's very entertaining to watch the background stuff. So maybe we will do 5 levels. Like, I don't... How long have I been streaming? I started streaming about 6:30. So only like 2 hours. I mean, I guess we could go with shorter streams, but... I've been worried that I haven't been having good banter tonight, but that really makes me feel good that you think my banter's been good tonight, Q. Pond missed a lot of the good banter. I was talking about, like, stuff like school stores and scholastic book fairs and stuff like that. Fundraiser is another like high school thing, right? Like, I don't know if anyone did like fundraiser stuff. They're like, oh, it's a minecart level. Oh, no, it's not. I do hate tech issues. Comfort food and scholastic bookstores. But like, so I was like the best at fundraisers. Like I was the best when it came to fundraising. Which honestly is a horrible, like when you think about it now, it's like you're just teaching kids capitalism. Which is kind of a bad thing to teach kids. But I was the best at fundraising. Yeah, the big chocolate boxes, or I don't know, there was Zappa snacks, which were just basically like, you know those Red Baron pizzas that are like the garlic, like 4 or 5 cheese, like garlicky pizzas. It's basically those French bread pizzas, and you have cookie dough as well. But you have stuff like that. But the chocolate bars, chocolate that you have to sell. There was a time where we sold like just random house goods. Popcorn was another one. There was like a popcorn thing that you have to sell like popcorn buckets to people. Which also, okay, hot take. Popcorn buckets, big bat by the way. Popcorn buckets, bad. Like, I like popcorn, but I feel like the popcorn that comes in tins is almost always just not good. The frozen pie that sits in your fridge for years. Selling random snacks to pay for soccer jerseys. Yeah, basically stuff like that. Or like for class trip. It's like if you want to go on your class trip, you have to sell all this random stuff. They don't make Zubats like they used to. Yeah, God, I got. There's too many bats. Luckily, I don't need Diddy for this level. Stop trying to go up. It's just not worth it to go up there. But what sucked, here's what sucked about the fundraising, right? And this is actually, it's in some regards, thinking back, it actually is teaching capitalism, but in a bad way, right? Or, I mean, I guess you could argue it's actually, you could argue it's socialism, but it really wasn't. And so basically, I would be like the best, right? But like, you didn't. It's not like you got all the money. If you made a lot of money, your money went to other kids for selling and stuff, which honestly is probably a good idea. But like, if I didn't go on a school trip, so I just don't like that money just doesn't go. I don't get anything for it. You know what I mean? Like I had to. It just went in a pool for other people, which I guess is fine. Well, I know there was at least one school trip I didn't go in, and like I just didn't. Like it was basically just a waste of time for me because. I think there was more to it. I think there was something like I couldn't use it for another, like it didn't stack. Like I couldn't use it for another school trip. It just went into the pool for the current school trip. I think is what it was. I love this bat, by the way. I shouldn't even bother getting. I should not bother getting the end. Yeah, there's triple popcorn. Well, I haven't seen them lately, but they used to be like a Christmas staple, the popcorn buckets. Like, the popcorn tins. Like, that was a thing, like, what do you buy someone for Christmas? I just buy them a popcorn tin. But, you, like, I don't think it's as much a thing. I'm sure they still exist. But, like, I haven't seen them be, like, pushed as much as they were back in the 2000s. Another checkpoint, good. Ah! They were, most of the school trips were just lame. One school trip for us was supposed to be to go to New York, and I ended up just going with my aunt and grandma instead. To New York, which honestly was probably better because I wasn't like stuck like in, because I think like for New York, for the school trip, it was like, okay, you go to school trip, you either vote on whether you want to go to a baseball game or or a musical, which is kind of dumb, right? If you don't like sports, like you're like, instead of allowing them to do one or the other, which I get why, because of money, it's either you either go to a sports game or like baseball game, or you go to a musical, but like somebody's gonna be disappointed no matter who's involved. But like you would have had hotel rooms, and I don't think I would have enjoyed it. But I went with my grandmother for like a day trip, grandmother and my aunt, and it was fine. There's really not enough time to do stuff in New York City, but I did have like I had a hot dog, like a New York hot dog. I know I had that. We just kind of roamed the city a bit. We didn't really like do any of the touristy stuff. We just kind of like explored the city a bit. It was neat. I would definitely go back. Not now. We're not right at the moment, but that was a thing. That was a thing, Pon. Hershey Park, because there. I think it was because there's a performance there. I think because I was in band. I played the trumpet, and we went. I think I did go to Hershey. Maybe I didn't go. I don't think I was good enough to get to Hershey Park, but I know that was a thing. I know I stopped one time for one of our aunt's funerals. We went to Philadelphia, and I think we stopped at Hershey Park, or at least I don't think we stopped at Hershey Park itself, but I think we like the street, like the town of Hershey, and like the streets have like Hershey Kiss lamps and stuff like that. I think we had like, because I think I told my mom's like, let's go to like a chain restaurant, and I'm like, no, if we're gonna be going exploring, let's go to like a unique restaurant that's like a local restaurant. You're gonna get more interesting food there, probably. But yeah, we did go to, hey, Faster Supersonic. Or wait, is he? Yeah, there he is. Zubat You Supersonic, yes. Having a school trip, field trip, and then having to do an assignment about it. Yeah, that's lame. There was like, there's things like boats, or like go to like this old museum or something like that. A lot of museum ones. I'm not doing the extra world, no. We're not getting all the KO and G. Special ed school trip in junior high was to teach us to do finance and stuff, so we sold stuff like pretzel and Hot Pockets. I always appreciate in high school those kind of classes, the more unique classes. Like home ec I always liked, because it was just basically, it was cooking. It always felt unique, because most of the like in high school your classes were like science, math, English, and social studies. Those are your four main classes at our school. And so like anytime you would have something like a little bit different, it always felt unique and more fun. I've never gone to Disney. No. I went with my aunt and grandmother for New York. The other ones had I didn't go on the high school trip. I decided not to go on the high school trip because of stress reasons, and I went with my great aunt and grandma there instead. But the high school trip would have had an itinerary. But they let you vote. They were like, here's what we're doing. We're doing these things. You can vote between either a high school musical, or not high school musical, but a musical, or you could vote on a Broadway play. But like, it was just either or, right? It was just like, this is fitting into the section of what we're doing. I was on the Quiz Bowl team, but like I wasn't good enough. Oh, I was decent, but like I wasn't fast enough. So like I know they like one year they went to Washington D.C. for the finals, I think. But like I was on the team, but I wasn't good enough to be like in the competitive section. Like you would do practice every week, but and I would compete. I competed in a few of the actual like matches, but not the finals. Oh, right, the grass. The grass train. This is a thing. Yeah, shop was good. Oh no, that's what I, yeah, right, that's what I was talking about earlier with the school store, because you would pay actual money for that. Like, that was a thing. There was also a thing we did with the cafeteria, had like this day where they're like, we're gonna do more unique food, so they're like, we had Grease Week, where you would have food from Greece. And I think they had like lamb, or something. Is mutton Greece, or maybe I'm mixing up two things. Well, I just remember, I do remember lamb. Some kind of lamb thing was in high school. No, they didn't have Mario Trivia. But that's why I got into Mario Trivia, because I was already doing the Quiz Bowl stuff. No, not Sonic Trivia. We did, here's the thing, I think everyone always says that high school lunches suck, but I feel like our cafeteria wasn't too bad, but it also, I feel like if I went back and had them now, I probably would think it was all garbage. Because, like there was one thing we had which was called, honestly, it's probably really gross to have now, but, like, it was, like, super popular, called Fiesta Pizza. It was a octagon-shaped pizza, that had like Mexican-style cheese on it, and had like spicy sausage pizza pieces, and like a spicy sauce on it. It was like Mexican pizza basically, and apparently like it was the big thing to have Fiesta Pizza. But like I'm also pretty sure it was like a frozen thing that just can't, like, it's not like none of the stuff in the cafeteria was like made there. It was mostly just like stuff probably that was frozen and defrosted. To be fair, I feel like school trips really are not that great, honestly, like, in retrospect. I think Wednesday was always pizza day. So we had stuffed crust pizza a few times. They had Fiesta Pizza or regular pizza. But it was always like when you got the regular pizza, it's like, yeah, but the stuffed crust, like, why can't we just always have the good pizza days? Why do we even have to have the, and it was, you know, it's because they have to use up what they have, but I imagine they probably have, like, it was probably like you had to buy so much of this, like, if you bought a pizza stack, you got so many of one type of pizza. And it was incredible, but because it used to always take forever to get to school, they dropped it off. Yeah, okay, yeah. And there was a few special things we had. I know college also had that. The college did a thing near the end where they were trying to make this, like, really fancy burger to, like, win this contest. So, like, they would have this burger be viable in the cafeteria, and it was, or not, but like part of it was buffet. Remember, so. I think it was, I can't remember what style it was, but it had like, it was like an Asian burger. It was interesting. It was actually pretty good, but yeah, I know we did Greek Week at high school, which was very interesting. I mean, anytime you did something that had variety, it was always worth at least checking out somewhat. And I think our school was pretty good about variety for meals. I can't remember, like, I remember Fiesta Pizza. I couldn't tell you what everything we had at high school was for food. Like, I remember that. Like, I remember stuff that stands out, but. Oh, this is a story I wanted to say. I know I'm going to go back and forth between college and high school, but I think that they're kind of, it's just kind of talking about school in general and like things you remember. But like, I think I mentioned before, right, that I worked on the college paper, the college newspaper. For the college newspaper, so what ended up happening is I was in digital animation, was my major, and first try, by the way. And one of my professors was like, I think you had to do I want to say you had to do internship. So I think I internshiped with my professor doing the gallery, art gallery in our classroom. And I believe she's the one that had me contact the school newspaper. Was looking for someone to do layouts and stuff, like doing designing the layout of the newspaper. So I got on that, and for the newspaper club, and when I got to the club, and I was getting paid. I got paid like $50 to work on these layouts, which honestly, like for a college kid, wasn't horrible. So I got paid for doing this, but I went to the school newspaper club, and it was just literally one guy who was kind of weird. He was fine, but he was just kind of a weird guy. He was really into photography. He was super into photography, and he was the what's the head of the newspaper called? He was like the head of the newspaper simply because nobody else was on the newspaper club. But he was very into photography. He was very good and very into photographs. So I basically got all my friends to just join the newspaper, and my friend group just became the newspaper club. Okay, so I think this was like my either third year or second year. Well, I think it was, I can't remember what year, because I moved dorms, and whenever I moved dorms is when, so the next year this new professor for English came. Very great. He was very fascinating, a very fun professor. And this new professor, his father, his family was in the newspaper, so when he had heard about the newspaper club, he wanted to be involved, and he got involved with the other advisor in working on the newspaper, and it was very fun working with him, and he helped out in making the layouts better and teaching me, probably not anything I'll ever use, but it was a very good experience. Point is, it became during that time period that it was around April, and so April Fools, and he said, "Hey, for April Fools, let's make the layout be tabloid style. I can teach you how to do tabloid style for this layout, and we'll do that for the newspaper." So we did that, and we had a lot of ridiculous news stories. We were like all our people, all my friends would have like certain columns they would write for the newspaper and stuff, and for that section they would do I'm dead. For that section they did some ridiculous news stories. Well, the headline, the editor-in-chief, yes. So for the newspaper, for this tabloid newspaper for the April Fools, we were again trying to be like kind of like all ridiculous, non-believable news stories. Well, also at the same time in spring, we had this thing at college, this big festival that people even out of town would come to. It was also just an opportunity to get drunk, to be honest. But this big festival was coming up, and they usually had like a decent band, come to the college. Well, I think the year after I graduated, I went back up with my friends to visit them because there was a few that were still in college, and I went to them. I went to it the year after, and they had OK Go, I think, was playing there. So I can't remember who was playing, but it was like a decent, well-known band that the year of this newspaper. Like it was a band people wanted to watch. It wasn't like some random like indie band. It was like an actual name you would know. And so for the newspaper, we said something like, I think at the time, because of when it was, I think we said like Justin Bieber or something that college kids wouldn't want to watch. Basically, it was something ridiculous that they have decided to change the lineup. That the band that everyone was looking forward to actually changed, and it's this other it's Justin Bieber or something. And we're like, oh, this is ridiculous. No, we'll believe it, and it's not a big deal. And I don't even know how many people actually read the newspaper. Well, the old advisor, not the new one, but I think both of them, got in trouble, gotten lots of complaints because people did believe it, apparently. Very much so. And the heads up were really upset because all these people were thinking that it was Justin Bieber, and they were going to lose money on people buying tickets for the band because of our tabloid newspaper. That's like my first experience with like people believing. Well, I don't know about first, but like the first notable experience of people believing ridiculous news. Like we were shocked. It's like, how did people? It's April Fool's in a tabloid style newspaper, and people are believing this. But like it, you know, it was a thing that happened. Hang on, I'll read the chat in a second. I'm just focusing on moles. This is also actually a kind of good boss, honestly, because it's not really a normal boss. How many rounds of this are there? Okay. Like, I've been getting to the end, right? There we go. I like this boss. What do you mean? It's a platforming boss. The banter is very good, though. I would hope. But anyway, point is, the school newspaper was a very interesting time, but yeah, we got in trouble for saying Justin Bieber was going to be at our concert, so don't do that. Yeah, but that's no different than, like, it's a platforming boss. I mean, no, on some of these other bosses were literally just jump on this guy's butt and you win, so, like, I'm comparing it to the other bosses in this game. You're also like, that was literally a world of just all minecart levels. So now we're going to the forest. But yeah, I mean, there was a lot of, like, high school was definitely not my best part of my life, and neither was college. Like, college was to some extent, because college is really where I actually felt like I finally had progression in life, honestly. Not so much like, you know, I know I'm not really doing much with my college degree, but like, I think college is very good for me from a social aspect. It was much easier to actually communicate with people via college versus in high school. Though I did have like some people that I would fight. There was one, I'm not gonna get into it, but there was one lady who I think had her own trauma and stuff, but she was very insufferable. And I think I might have mentioned this before, but like, okay, she was ultra religious and ultra conservative, which is very anti-me. Very anti-me. So, like, we would butt heads, and, you know, I was very outspoken, probably sometimes when I shouldn't be. We butt heads on a lot of things, but, the one time that was like, why? So we were in this social studies class with this, this one guy who, I don't know, he might not be around anymore, I don't know. He wasn't, super old, I don't think, but he, I won't say what his name is just in case, but this is a very bizarre social studies class, or I can't remember what it was. I don't think it was actually social studies, but it was a required class, and it was very bizarre, because the teacher was like, my class is the hardest class, and you have to, the way his grading was done was like, the projects really counted a lot or something, like group projects, and quizzes mattered a lot, and I think attendance also mattered, but it was just such a weird class, and I can't remember all the details, but it was definitely like he was a very eccentric teacher. We'll put it that way. But point is, we had a group project, so group projects counted a decent amount towards your final grade, right? So you were given a random topic and get paired with groups, and you had to do a presentation on the topic. I believe the topic was the teaching of what is the concept of like what's the concept of not something creationism, like what is the I can't remember what the name is. It's teaching like intelligent design. Is that I think that's what it is. Intelligent design in schools. I think that was the topic. Is what is your view on intelligent design in schools? I meant that he might be an old person. He might have died. I mean, this was back in 2011, so it had been 10 years ago. Like, he probably is still around, but I don't know. I've never looked up. But anyway, so guess who I got as my partner for this topic? It was me and crazy, very ultra-conservative, ultra-religious lady whose final project, by the way, for our animation was like a VeggieTales style puppet show for like her whole life was ultra religion, which I get it. I also think she was an ex-cop, so that's a whole other bag of bananas. But point is, regardless of anyone's opinion on anything, that was not a good pairing. You have me, who can't back down when it comes to my viewpoints and opinions, on a topic with a lady who also probably can't back down on her. Like, it was bad. It ended up not being as bad as it could have been, but I think she pretty much just sat it out and I just took over the project, and we got a good grade on it. But the other members were like, "Oh my god, this is like," and they were on my side. Not many people really got along with it. Like, the other thing about her was she was older, and I really do. If you go back to college, like, props. I have nothing wrong with people who are older who go back to college, but she also tried to like hang out with us, and like, I get it. Like, you can, but like, we're a bunch of like young 20-year-olds, and she was like 35, 40, which I guess you could argue right now. I'm a 31-year-old. Probably some of you guys are probably not that much of an age difference, but we also have similarities in terms of what we enjoy. So there's that aspect, you know what I mean? Like, there's camaraderie. But like, she would try and hang out and act like, you know, like she wanted to be our friend, but there was just a disconnect, and I think that also didn't help. You know what I mean? It wasn't like she was, and it wasn't like she was like a 20-year-old who. It was like she was like a 30 to 40-year-old mom, and like, yeah, and she would want to tell people how to live their life, and it just like it just never really gelled well. Point is, that was not. It was a weird thing to see that come up, and I honestly like took it within stride for the most part. Like, I couldn't get angry because the ridiculousness, entirely get angry. The ridiculousness of me getting paired with her was such, like, it was so, like, what are the odds? Like the professor didn't know anything about us. There was no way. It just the odds of us being paired together to me was very hilarious. Oh, again, I don't have anything problem with her being old. But like, again, it just like when there's a bunch of 18, 19, 20-year-olds, and you're trying to act like they're your friend, and you have literally nothing in common with them at all. It's not an easy situation. And I wouldn't envy anyone in that position of going back to school and feeling like the outcast. Like, anyone that goes back to school is super, you know, that's amazing and incredible, and you should not be made to feel like you're the outcast. But there is a point where it's like, if you're trying to butt into somebody's group and you get upset that they're not gelling with you, it's like, well, maybe you should just not hang out with them. like that's the thing. She was also really not good with taking criticism, right? Like, we would give criticism about her art projects in not a bad way. It was more like a, you know, a really legitimately a constructive criticism way. The professor was like, totally had no issue with how we were criticizing her, but she really had an issue with criticism. She could not take it at all, and that also didn't help. But anyway, I don't want to, like, I mean, to be honest, like, I don't think she's watching this video, so I don't want to talk bad about her, like, in any way. You know, it's not like I was always perfect when it came to interacting with her, for sure. But I just wanted to share that. I wanted to share the weirdness of us getting paired up, because that's really what I think was incredible. Just the odds. She was a mother, so she definitely wasn't 27. Like, and she had like gray hair, or grayer hair, though I know you can get gray hair early. But she also might have smoked, so maybe that was part of it. I guess that's the thing, is I think she smoked. And I think if she smoked, that obviously smokers tend to look older than their actual age. But she was definitely older than us, for either way. No, I'm not. I'm making fun of the lady. Or not making fun of the lady. I was just saying the oddity of her being paired up with me, I think is very funny. I mean, the bosses in Tropical Freeze are better than Returns, honestly. Because they're more interesting, at least. Well, I guess I have, like, my mom had me when she was 30, right? And with the way the state of things are now, I feel like you're not financially secure until 30 anyway. So if you wanted to have kids, you're probably not going to have them until your late 30s. But, like, her kids, when I say she had kids, I mean not like she had a baby. I mean, she had, like, a kid that was, like, I don't know our age, but she had a kid that was, like, older. So, and I guess she could have had them young, that's true, but point being, she didn't have much in common with a lot of us. That was more my point. Like, it wasn't like she had a baby and she was going to college. I mean, like, she had full-grown kids. And she was going back to college. Your mom was 19? Well, okay, but if you were 19 and her kids probably were teenagers, right? I guess she could have been 30. I mean, I'm literally, there is literally a 30-year age difference between my mom and me. And our birthdays are actually, like, I think her birthday was 69? I think it was December 69, so it's like basically just 70. And I was 90, so I think that work checks out. Or wait, 70, wait, hang on. No, it would have been 59. It would have been 59. I mean, there are pros and benefits to a young parent versus an old parent. I don't really know what the right answer is, right? Like, there's nothing wrong with having a kid when you're older, but there's also nothing wrong with having a kid when you're younger if you want, honestly. But, you know, I'm thinking, like, like, my mom is going to be probably older than some people's parents tend to be very young. Same with grandparents and stuff. Whereas like my mom is, you know, I mean, my grandmother's still around, but, you know, my mom won't be around forever. And most of you don't have this experience yet. Just imagine being me at my age right now and having a 7-year-old. Yeah, no, and that is very, like, I think that's, I don't judge anyone on that, but, like, I wouldn't be able to handle that experience, honestly. Okay, I only read the first part, Salas, and at first I read it as I'm older than my parents, and I'm like, wait, what? Like, that doesn't make sense. And then I read the rest of it, I'm like, oh, damn it, I made that. I am not planning on having kids. Like, I just do not want kids. Salas is a wizard. I've been barely paying attention to this world, but I think this world is pretty good, honestly. It also helps that it has the forest music, which is very good. Or tree, sorry, not the forest music. It's technically treetop rock, I think. I mean, Naran, I'm enjoying it. So, what don't you like about it? Yeah, but Pawn, you like Tropical Freeze. Like, I don't get why you guys don't like this game. I think Tropical Freeze is still better so far from my playing of it, but... Well, why does it look boring, though? I mean, this is the thing. I think all kids think their parents have everything figured out, and then as you get older, you're like, oh wait, no, actually they had no fucking clue. Like, I know my mom, it's like, yeah, she had no idea what she was doing. I mean, she had 5 kids, so right off the bat, like... What do you mean there's nothing to do? I think the thing is, and I kind of like it and don't like it, like, the bonuses in this game are not as interesting as in 2 and 3, but I think it's fine because, like, playing it now, I'm just ignoring the bonuses, and I think that's fine. I will agree, I think it definitely still, I think it might be better than 1, but I think it still is definitely not as good as Tropical Freeze, like, playing it back. Like, it's very good still, I enjoy it, but it's definitely not, like, Game of the Year or anything. How long have I been streaming for? Where are we at? 9:30? I can't tell because my stream got screwed. What's the math on that? If I started like at 6:20-ish. Three hours? Okay. You won't have it figured out. You think you will, but you won't, and that's okay. Yeah, no, that's definitely the thing. Well, like, what happens? What do you mean? What happens around you? Like, compared to the other games, like what? Also, but like Naran, consider hippos. Consider the hippos, Naran. The hippos are very good. I mean, I guess it depends on the type of person. Like, for me, it would be hard work, because right now, it'd be changing up how I do things. I don't like to have to worry about... Like, I don't have a pet for a reason. So, like, for me, it would be hard work. But I guess it depends on what your definition of hard work is. Is it work that, like, is causes you stress, or is it just, like... You mean hard work as in it's hard to have a kid? And I guess here's the thing is it hard to raise a kid? Maybe not. Is it hard to raise a good kid? I would say yeah. I would say there are many examples of people not raising good children. I think it's very easy to raise a kid. It's very hard to raise a kid right. Yeah, and that thing too, like I already have my own hang-ups to deal with. I don't know if I want to try and like deal with a tiny human's hang-ups while I have my own hang-ups to have to deal with. It's not fair on me, and it's not fair on the kid either. I not reach that, really? I better get the heart just in case. Well, it's more the idea that a parent, like, knows exactly, like, they're doing everything right. And it's, like, more so, like, you're definitely winging it. Like, you could argue there's not much to figure out. But, like, there's still a lot we don't know about child development. How do you know you're doing the right thing, you know what I mean? You know what's weird to me? Babysitters is a weird concept. Like, I would never trust my kid with a random teenager from next door. Like, that was the thing. Like, we were babysat. We went to this one, we had this one, like, older teenager who, we went to, like, their pool and stuff. Like, I would never do that if I had kids. Like, I wouldn't trust, teenagers are horrible. Like, I was a teenager. Teenagers are horrible. I would never trust a random teenager to know how to babysit my kid. Again, and I guess, I don't know, maybe I just think, like, I'm also a perfectionist, right? And that's another reason why I wouldn't have kids. I would want to perfectionize my kids. I don't want to 100% my kids. You can't do that. You can't do 100% completion of your children. That's not a thing that exists. But I would want to do it that way, because it's just how I am. I want to make sure everything is done by the books. But there are no books. The books don't exist. It's all made up. The points don't matter. Child speed run. Well, I'm saying that, but I'm saying I wouldn't do that, Naran. Like, that would not be what I would do. That's why I don't want kids. Like, if your child ended up being, like, a horrible person, right? And there's the whole, like, nurture versus nature argument, right? But say you had your kids ended up being horrible, how much of that would you feel like it's your fault for raising horrible kids, even if you tried your best? You know what I mean? Like, if you raised a kid to be like Elon Musk, would you be like, you know, what have I done to the world by raising Elon Musk? Like, what? How horrible would you feel to raise a human being that is not a good human being? Like, I don't know if I can take the pressure. Oh, come on. I don't own an emerald mine, so... Yet. I give up on is saying there's a lot of levels in this game, and partly because there's a lot of minecart levels that are like just like move up and down. But to be fair, it's not like the original Donkey Kong Country didn't have levels like that. I do think, like, that's the thing, like, I wouldn't want them, I don't know, like, I think iPads can be good, but I do think they tend to be, like, a crutch for a lot of, parents that just are like, let's just have them watch iPods, or, not iPods, iPads. You can't really watch an iPod. Well, this is the thing, like, when people say that DKC3 is gimmicky, I think all of Donkey Kong Country is gimmicky. But see, that's like, I enjoy that. It's not your traditional platformer in that way. Ah, I screwed up. definitely more than 4. Because we already did like 10. Because here's the thing, I'm counting the Rocket Bear levels as minecart levels. Because they're basically the same thing. As far as they function, you might as well count them as the same thing. Like, yes, I know technically you're not on a minecart, but for all intents and purposes, it's the same type of level. Come on. Checkpoint. There we go. Come on. There we go. I was saying the other day, I was watching this show on Nick Jr. with my mom's dog, and those shows are so bad. Yeah, Blue's Clues, though. We'll see how it goes. I might. Depends. I mean, we're almost done with the world, so I don't know. It feels like it hasn't been that long. Sesame Street is good. This is the thing, like, you have all these kids that are, like, geniuses, and what they do as a kid, they did this one thing, and it's like, should I be having my kid like be the best chess master? But also, is that like, you know, like, okay, think about this, right? This is the whole psychology thing. If you raise your kid to be a sports fan of a specific, like, to brainwash them, like, arguably, to be a fan of a specific sports team, like, is that wrong? Is that morally wrong? Because they'll grow up, like, I mean, you can argue sometimes they can make different decisions, but, like, if you grow up always thinking that the Browns are the best sports team, right? Like, how is that going to screw you up for life, I imagine? Like, if you're stuck believing that, you know what I mean? Like, and not even just when it comes to sports, but anything. Like, you know, I feel like there's no right decisions when it comes to raising kids. So I think the issue is it's not like it's hard to raise kids, but it's hard to know what the right thing to do is. What do you mean that doesn't make sense? Like, okay, let's say, okay, if you raise a kid as a kid, because remember, when kids are young, they develop, like, certain things and they stick with them for a while. And if you were to say your kid, you know, the Steelers are the sports team that you like and all this other stuff, like, what if they're not the best sports team? And you've now, like, brought them up thinking that is what they need to have in their life is be a fan of this team, and they don't know anything else but to be a fan of this team. Well, no, but I'm saying it could apply to anything, not just... So, like, say you made your kid a chess master, and he goes on to be, like, the best chess master of all time, right? Because he played chess at an early age. But, like, he's only a chess master because you made him play chess when he was early. Does that mean that really was what he's destined to be? Like, is it because... was he just good at chess because he naturally was born to be good at chess? Or did you create a chess master via social manipulation? These are the deep questions you think of when you play Donkey Kong Country Returns. What do I do? Oh, I gotta... Oh, what? Why? I gotta blow in his ear? That's what everyone thinks. But like I'm saying, is that right? Like I don't know if that's a right thing to have, right mentality to have. Because as you get older, you get more in the mentality of well, hopefully if you've developed that mentality. I guess the more important thing is to just encourage your kid to critically think. Because if you don't critically think, then you're just gonna stick with what you know. But I think, I mean, I guess it's no different with games, right? A lot of people think their first game is the best game. And I mean, nothing wrong with believing that, but like, I don't know if I could ever like subscribe. Like my first game I think was Sonic 2, and while I definitely do like Sonic 2, I would never claim it's the best game ever. Also, how awful would that be? Like if you're like to go through life thinking that the first thing you did was definitely the best. Like I feel like it's all downhill from here then. Like if your favorite sports team was the first sports team you got, like, you know, I mean, I don't know what the answer. I feel like I mean, also you're coming from someone who just doesn't want to pick sports teams, right? I'm gonna just watch whoever's interested. Like I don't pick sports teams. I don't also watch sports, but I wouldn't pick sports teams because anytime I watch a game, I want to watch I always want to vote for the underdog, right? Like who wants to root for the winner? Like, that's not interesting. If your team always wins, like, if they win, they win. Who cares? Well, I'm glad you get what I'm saying, Pawn. But I was just using sports because it's an easy example. I only said the term brainwash because my aunt said that she's going to brainwash my nephew into being a fan of the Steelers. And then she said, but, like, as much as that's not really a harmful thing, that definitely can be, like, buying Steelers merchandise, buying all this, you know, stuff. If it was very small, that's fine. If it's stopped, like, that's not a big deal. I'm more annoyed with Twitch than I am with that. I mean, I'm not saying the sports team matters, but like when it gets to bigger issues, right? Like okay, replace it with religion. Replace it with politics. You know what I mean? Like subject sports team in for politics, and then you have a dangerous situation, I feel. Or you can. Well, except for that people treat politics like a sports team, so in some ways, yeah, it is. There are definitely people out there who are who will vote. I'm not going to point fingers, but will vote the way they are simply because their family has always been that way. Like that's what their family votes, so that's what they're going to go with. That's what they've done for the rest of their whole life, so that's what they're going with. They're not going to think of anything else. And I wonder how much of that is that mentality of just of teaching people to just do what their family does, and a sports team thing can be the start of that, because it's a very harmless thing, but applying that to other things could be very harmful. If you put your kid in karate and they become a karate fan and get a black belt, do they have a black belt because they wanted to learn karate? Or yeah. It's that aspect too, right? Are you like, I guess my thing with video games, right? I like video games. And, you know, I don't regret liking video games, right? But my mom had an SNES and a Genesis and stuff. And am I only into video games because of that? Like, because I played it at an early age? Maybe. My brothers didn't really play it as early an age, and also because I already was into it, I kind of monopolized the gaming a little bit, and it became my niche. So they're not really into gaming and stuff like that. Meanwhile, the friends that they hung out with, not my friends because I didn't really have friends, but the friends that they hung out with, the younger brothers, they're more into hunting and stuff like that because everyone else in the area is more into hunting and this kind of stuff because of the people they hang out with. And like, you know, I don't like. is that wrong or right? I don't really know, but when you apply it to a young kid, that stuff sticks with you forever. Like, think about it, right? Kids can learn languages so easily because of how kids' brains work. If a kid learns French, they're gonna know French forever. They're just gonna be able to speak French. They don't have to learn French. They just know French. So when you apply that to like other concepts, that could be very dangerous. Yeah. Well, yeah, but that's what I'm saying, like, but how much of it is it more of a real thing than we think, you know? Like, I feel like it could be. Because there were definitely people I know who, like, in high school, like, the Quiz Bowl people, there was somebody who, like, their entire life was dedicated to Quiz Bowl. That was, like, everything in their life was Quiz Bowl. That was it. And, like, how long had they been prepared? And their parents were, like, pushing them to do Quiz Bowl. I mean, there's definitely a mentality of, like, if your parents push you, the kids get bored, sure. But I'm talking about, like, very young kids. I'm talking about, like their whole life has been this. Oh, wow. How did... Okay, I'm like, I definitely died there, right? Like, there's no way I didn't die there, right? At first it looked like I made it, but I'm like, okay. Well, but we don't know. I don't know. That's what my question is asking. Is like, did they actually like Quiz Bowl, or did they only think they liked Quiz Bowl? Did they get conditioned to think they like something that they don't actually like? If you only know one way of living, how do you know that you don't like it? You know what I mean? If your whole life has been just one thing, why would you think that anything else would be different? Pawn, you get what I'm saying, right? Like, you can say that now, but you're old enough to think, right? Like, you're not... Kids don't have brains as much as we do. No, I'm not talking about high school student. No, I'm talking about the Quiz Bowl was a high school student, but I'm talking about like up until that point. I'm saying like their whole life like before getting in Quiz Bowl had been that, not just in high school. We were talking about kid development, so I was talking about it being introduced at an early age, not high school students. Like, yeah, like a high school student, it wouldn't apply to that. Like, it had to be something that would be introduced earlier. Because at that age, I would hope you would be more into critical thinking. At least to some extent. Can I knock it down from here? First try, I think. Well, not done yet, but... I'm just saying, again, it goes back to the whole thing with languages, right? A kid can learn French very easy at a young age. How impressionable are kids that, like, what their parents think and stuff sticks with them longer, that they just default to that and don't ever consider the alternatives? Yeah, but that's not really what I'm talking about, Naron. Are we still good, guys? Because it seemed like it blinked out there for a bit. Well, this is another reason why I won't be a parent. I'm just saying, this is what I'm saying is my fear is that I would manipulate my kids. I mean, like like take my one brother, Wyatt, right? He's like a super Steeler fan. But I guess you could argue, like, I'm not a super Steeler fan. But, like, he's a super Steeler fan because my aunts were super Steeler fans. My aunt and my whole family was super Steeler fans. And he was very close to my aunt. But, like, how much of that is he generally likes the Steelers or how much, and when you, again, apply that to other stuff, like, you know, my grandfather liked carpentry. He got along with my grandfather, and now he's a carpenter. Like, he enjoys carpentry. There's nothing wrong with that, but, like, was he destined to be a carpenter, or was it all just happenstance? Like, I think it was probably more happenstance than anything else. Hey, thank you so much for the follow. Hang on. Coordinator 2000, thank you so much for the follow. I really appreciate it. This boss sucks, by the way. You try and follow everyone that plays DKCR? Well, I appreciate it. I'm doing a replay through this game. It's going decent so far. I'm just saying how much of things are, again, it's the whole nature versus nurture argument, and you're basically saying that you think it's all nature thing. You're thinking it's entirely nature and that nurture has no impact. And I would argue to some extent, sure, but I wonder how much of things are actually nature that or nurture that we don't consider, you know what I mean? My god, this boss sucks. Why is this boss so bad? He's too fast. Because you have to hit those switches, right? Can you ground pound while on grass? Maybe that's what I'm screwing up on. Maybe you can clean the grass and still ground pound. Oh, you totally can. Okay, that makes it way easier. on. There we go. Yeah, what Pon is saying is there's no disliking because they've just always, their interests are fundamentally shaped by their experience. So they would like it because they've been brought up to like it. Like, I like games. Would I like games if I had never had games experience at a young age? I don't know. Maybe. Maybe not to the level that I like them now, but... I think... There's 8 worlds, right? Like, I technically could beat this tonight, honestly. At the rate that I'm going. But I don't know how long the last few worlds are. I'm going to be right back regardless, guys. 2-minute break. And when I get back, we'll see where we're at. I'm back. I mean, here's my dilemma, right? If I keep going, I'm gonna have less to do next week, but I don't know if that's really a problem. I can always like stack it in with something else. Because I'm not really ready to be done. Yeah, that's what I was saying, basically. Like, basically the thing is, if I like games, and I influence my child to like games, is that fair of me to do that? You know what I mean? You could argue, well, if you don't do that, then they just don't like anything. But like, you know, there's like, how do you make a kid naturally like something without you influencing them? I don't think there is a way to do that, but that would stress me out. That was my entire point. Is I couldn't raise kids because of that aspect. I forgot this was a world, by the way. This just random dinosaur world. I'm not saying there is something else you can do. I just, like, I never said I knew what the answer was, but that's exactly why I wouldn't raise kids, because I don't know what the answer is. This is a remix of the credits theme, isn't it? From Donkey Kong Country 1? I don't know if anyone is around that still knows Donkey Kong Country, but I think some are still around. How do we feel about these weird minecart dinosaur things? Well, I was stuck there at that point. Alright, sorry if I hope I wasn't making you feel bad, Naron. We were just talking. So how, there's like what, 2 more worlds then after this one? Damn it, stop taking out Diddy. Wait, what football's even on right now? The Super Bowl's not on. Oh wait, I'm an idiot. Ignore me. Pretend I didn't ask that question. I don't count that as a world because it's literally 1 level. Now this is definitely a remix of the credits theme. Summer, listen to the credits theme and then this. There's definitely a riff of the credits theme in here. Or of something. Maybe it's the credits theme from 2. But this song is definitely the same song as something else. Well, there's no American football, but I forgot who I was talking to. Such a weird area, honestly, and I appreciate it because I was complaining about like generic areas, but like it's so weird to have like a fossil area like this in this game. Can I roll into these guys? I'm not sure I can. Yeah, but just because all the original or all the remix music has that plus returns after it doesn't mean there are no other songs that have reused riffs in them. Because this one definitely, this riff is definitely reused. Like da 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 da. I swear that's the credit. It's from the credits or something. Also, they don't even bring back the best song in this game. They don't bring back the ice song. Oh look, another minecart level. That's what, 50 now that we're up to? I do like that all the minecart levels feel unique, at least in this game. Like, all of them have their own unique take on minecarts, which is good. Also Yoshi. I mean, don't get me wrong, I like the minecart levels. I just don't get why it became such a thing of like minecart levels are what Donkey Kong is about. That's what I just don't get. Okay. You know, the Yoshi egg is always thought to be the green spots, but like in Super Mario World, right, the red Yoshis have red eggs, right? Or red spotted eggs? Like, different Yoshis can have different colored eggs, right? But, like, nobody ever thinks of a red spotted egg as a Yoshi egg. It's always the green egg. Though I guess the general Poke egg is also white with green. But I think the Poke egg, right, is like, it's an off-white, isn't it? It's not the same as, I think the spots are also slightly different. I think I prefer how the anime does Pokemon eggs, right? Because in game there's like a generic looking spotted egg. But in the anime, like, you know exactly who the Pokemon is, which, I mean, I guess also makes the characters seem like dumbasses when they're like, what could be in this egg? And, like, the egg is colored after the Pokemon. But, like, you can tell what the Pokemon is based on the egg coloring in the anime, usually. Okay, there we go. Checkpoint. Pokemon Channel does it too. That makes sense because that's a very anime style of the games. Or kind of, it takes after the anime is what I meant to say. I love stuff like this. But I do get what Pond is saying when he says that it feels very automatic. It's got great set pieces, but it's definitely more interesting for watching than it is for playing. Because it doesn't change the actual gameplay at all, really. It's the same gameplay, regardless. They didn't give Yoshi matching colored spots in the Smash games until 3DS. That is interesting. That is definitely very interesting. Okay, wait. I definitely don't remember this world. I remember it existing, but I don't remember much about this world. No, it's definitely not original. Also, I was right about what I said yesterday with Tropical Freeze remixes. I know music. Okay, this is a remix. This is a remix of that Bad song, I think. Yeah, you're double checked based on whether it was titled as a remix stage. I'm saying that the song is the same as a song. I don't know. I think it's the credits, but if it's not, it is definitely a riff from something else, from Donkey Kong, or from another game entirely. Either way, it definitely is something I've heard before. Oh no, it's definitely bad. It's the worst song in the game. In the original, Northern Hemisphere is definitely the worst song in the original Donkey Kong game. Because it's barely a song. It's so weird that just hitting a random cactus makes a barrel appear. Really? What? That's not... That wasn't the platform? This is why I don't go for secrets. I mean, that song's also not good, but at least that song doesn't play for as long as... Because you're going to hear Northern Hemisphere longer because those levels are longer. So at least they're short-lived. I will say this remix is better than the original song, though. The original song I just think is too subtle for the SNES. Really? Give me Diddy that at least. Thank you. I mean, I'm not a big fan of Aquatic. I mean, Aquatic Ambience is fine, but it's not a bad song. I just think like there are better songs than Aquatic Ambience. On. Alright, I need another topic, guys. Give me another topic to talk about. Fear Factory is a song that, I think I've said this before, it's a song I didn't used to like, but I definitely like it more now than I used to. Like, when I was younger, I'm like, this song sucks, but now I'm like, hey, it takes a while to get started, but once it gets started, it's good. What's weird is it's very similar in my mind to Hornet Hole and how it works, because it's a very slow starting song, the Factory song. But I don't think anyone ever talks about Hornet Hole as enjoying that song, when I think that one is really good. And it's a similar case where it takes a while to get to the good part. You know what? Hang on. Throw scrats. Oh, damn it. You know, this part is definitely from something. I know it is. It 100% is. I don't know what, but it definitely exists. Maybe it's from DKC 2? Maybe it's DKC 2's credit theme, which is weird, but it sounds like that. Not the whole song, just specifically that rift. Well, I don't know. I'm probably not going to beat this tonight, Mr. L, so this probably will be the last world. Worst case, I can always just like combine. I don't know what would be good to combine with this. I could. Knight's Journey and Dreams I don't think is long, so I could do that instead and then still have Metroid Other M start, because I hate to combine this with Metroid Other M. Or I could do like a Wii VC game or something. I don't know. Damn it! Okay, whatever. You knew what I meant, Salus. I guess you gotta roll during this. No, what the heck? You just don't have time for this. I don't own Yoshi's Island. Actually, no, that's not true. I think... Well, no, I have Yoshi's Story. Well, I don't think I own Yoshi's Island on Wii. Well, I guess I could switch to Switch easily enough. Because it's the same general setup. The only difference is... The only difference is I just have to switch the chords, but... I hope you guys have been enjoying this session. I think it was the right choice to do this game tonight. Oh my lord! Why? A little bit of rumble is big rocks. Yeah. I mean, I'll definitely... Here's the thing. If people were telling me 3 sessions for this, definitely 2. In fact, like, it's been, what, 4 hours right now? Maybe... This game is definitely shorter than 12 hours. Like, if you're not doing all the extra levels, it is definitely shorter than 12 hours for just getting through the game. What started the rumble thing? Oh my god. I don't know what the first game to use it is. Unless you mean something else. Oh. So that, okay, the first, so here's where that started, right? So when I was starting back on streaming, the first big stream I did, I think, like I had a few streams, I had named that game stream obviously, but the first big game stream I think was Danganronpa V3, and with that game, I wanted to beat the first chapter, but that game has a very long prologue, so I started playing that, and I just basically kept playing until I beat the chapter, but that ended up being like, literally, it went from like 7 o'clock start time to 7 o'clock a.m. end time. And Summer was like the only one that was still around. And then it became a joke of, I'm never going to do that again. Well, Hollow Knight comes around, and Summer also sticks around for that one as well. And that one also, I was trying to beat the final boss, and that one also ended up being about 12 hours, so similar thing. I can't tell if it's... I guess it's just going to come down afterwards. Okay. What started the rock Paul falling thing? Oh, I have no idea. I mean, that's just a thing. Unless you mean, why did Pon say it? Because he was observing it, but... I mean, I probably won't go on much longer. You might as well stick around for the end, Summer, because I'm probably just going to end once I finish this world. Which is literally like 2 more levels, I think. I mean, I think regardless of whether or not you like Hollow Knight bosses, I think people get weirdly, no different than Dark Souls in that regard. I think people get weirdly, like, they think that the bosses are the best part of Hollow Knight, which is just not true. Like, even if you like the Hollow Knight bosses, it's definitely not the best part of Hollow Knight. Like, not even close to the best part of Hollow Knight. The best part of Hollow Knight is exploring, not the bosses. The bosses just get in the way of exploring. I feel like the same thing with Dark Souls. Oh god, oh man! I didn't know if I could roll through those guys was the only thing, because they're metal. It's weird they use a ice level theme, which is also why it's not really that icy of a theme. But they use an ice level theme for a mountain level. I mean, I would love to have that. Get rid of Pokemon gym battles. Just have petting battles. That'd be so much better. Can I get a heart, maybe? There we go. Does it exist? I mean, I guess maybe in like Nintendogs or something, but... I like that DK is so heavy that he just breaks platforms. Crumble Canyon. So if I start at 6, 4, so it'll be about 5-hour stream, I guess. Probably a little less than that. I mean, that's basically Undertale, isn't it? I mean, not the petting, but like. Well, you say shorter, like, I don't know if this is really... 5 hours isn't exactly short, but, I mean, shorter than 7 hours, yes. I can't imagine Metroid Other M is going to take that long. Honestly, maybe I should play this Wednesday or Saturday instead. I wanted to have a short stream for Saturday. Maybe Saturday afternoon. Like, it'd be... Start time would probably be like maybe 6 still, but maybe I should do like a short one because I don't want to go late that night because I want to watch something at night. But like I don't want to go any later than 8. So, but maybe I could do that. I don't know if anyone would be around Saturday though. I always feel like Saturday's a bad day. Like no one's ever available Saturday. It feels like. I think I tried doing a Saturday afternoon stream and it never really worked. Oh wait, hang on. You know I should also replay? There's a lot I should replay Epic Yarn at some point as well. If Eric's not going to, I should replay it. And that one I would do some 100% stuff maybe. Not all. I don't know if I'd 100% everything, because that might take a while, is the only thing. Yeah, I think the thing with this game, like, the one thing I will say with this game, I'm enjoying it, but I do think the level design is very basic. Like, I don't think Tropical Freeze has that issue. I think its levels are very interesting. And I think there's a lot of interesting set pieces, but I do think a lot of the set pieces are there to distract you, to make you think the levels are better than they actually are. Like, they're fine, but they're just very basic. You don't like DK's creepy laugh when he grabs a barrel? I mean, that's fair. Of this game, you know the last few parts could be tough. Well, I would do it earlier if need be. But I can't imagine it would take more than like 2 to 3 hours. Oh wait, there's still more levels. Really? Trippy Shippy, or Tippy Shippy. I mean, there's only 2 levels after, but I do know the, what is it, the factory and volcano? I do know there are hard levels. Or harder levels. Longer levels, at least. Why are there crabs in the canyon? I don't know, though, to be fair. The how long to beat on this was 11 hours. And I'm at what? I'm at not even 5 yet, and I only have 2 more worlds left. Unless the rest of the worlds take 6 hours, which they won't. I think that was misleading. And that was for main story. Like, I mean, I guess nobody's really tried to just ignore the bonuses, I guess, but... Hey, thank you for the bits, Q. I don't, but really, why crabs? I mean, I guess their pirate ship got stranded in the middle of the mountains for some reason, but why? Yeah, because this is the crab pirate ship from earlier. Why? It took forever. But those wouldn't be the main story. Like, that would be 100%. The main story would be just beating the final boss. That would be it. Which, I mean, this is why How Long to Beat is not always the best. Because you never... I can't trust it. Why is it taking forever? I don't want to wait around for these platforms to spawn. Oh, because you gotta go... Okay, I see. Did the original Donkey Kong game explain balloons as one-ups? You mean Donkey Kong Country or the original Donkey Kong? But no, I don't think so. They just are. Also, here's a question. Why does the Donkey Kong logo have stars in the O's? Like, what's the reason for that? Like, it's you know, I get it, it's like decorative, but why? Like, Diddy has a star, sure, but this isn't it's not Diddy Kong Country, it's Donkey Kong Country. And it's not Diddy Kong's name, it's Donkey Kong's name that's the one that has the stars with the O's. Like, it's not like stars have any part of this game, really. Now I get it. I was so tired the past few days. I'm surprised I was able to do Dragon's Curse, honestly. I was so exhausted that day. Like, I was getting I finally got... I woke up again today really early compared to when I went to bed. And I was like, oh, but I was able to get back to sleep. And I was like, damn it! Also, like, what was the reason to call it Donkey Kong Country regardless? You know, like, I guess it was because Super Mario World sort of like, well, he may own the world, but Donkey Kong owns a country. But, like, it's, like, it is a weird, like, thing. Like, why did they call it Donkey Kong Country? What do you mean, huh? I'm just saying, like when Rare made the game, why did they go with Donkey Kong Country? Like, when you think about it, like, what other games have country? Country tends to be people don't usually use country as a good thing, honestly. Like, there's no other game with country in its title, is there? Oh no, Pon has a juice box. He has Gur Juice. I don't know what the actual name of it is. Hey! The fake Jake with a raid of 3! Welcome! How was Mario Party? Thank you so much for the raid. How did, you were playing Mario Party 6, right? Oh, I was dumb. I thought the cannon was pointing to the right, and I was like, wait, what? What is that thing in the background? It looks like a weird dinosaur statue mountain. Like, do you see with the eyes? I mean, it also might just be the final area, but it definitely looks like a weird, like, derpy dragon with the way the eyes are. There wasn't much competition in Mario Party 6 tonight. I won with 15 stars, and the closest competition was Mario with 8, and it was Towering Treetop. I should honestly, I know Pon's gonna say don't do that, and this is just me spitballing. I should get one of the GameCube Mario Parties. I don't know which one I would get, but I should get one of them because I own the one for the Wii. I have 8. I own the N64 ones, but I don't own a single GameCube one. And it wouldn't be bad if I want to do like a random stream where I do Mario Party. It wouldn't be bad to just have access to at least one of them. It wouldn't be 4. I would never on my life get 4. 4 is just not a game I would want to get. Because I do not actually like 4. No! 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 Yeah, this is definitely... Summer's full of crap. This rift is definitely in another song. 100%. Hey, Sakani! 5, I think, is fine. I would probably get... But the thing is, I almost wonder if I shouldn't get 7 or 6 only because I never really experienced them. You know what I mean? The reason I don't like 4 Blue Fire, it's specifically because... Oh, you didn't know we rated? Well, you can just post a message now if you want. Is it not a thing on the overworld? I mean, I guess it's that shell thing, but just the way it looked like it was a derpy dragon. Here's the thing with 4, and why I don't like 4. What I like about the N64 Mario parties is they have a good, because of the limitations, they have the pre-rendered images, right? And what ends up happening is it actually makes it look like an actual board, like they're playing on a board game because of the pre-rendered stuff. So it has this good aesthetic, and I really appreciate that aesthetic for Mario Party N64. For Mario Party 4, they just took the flat board and just had it floating over something. Like that really bugs me, and it also like made the item system like way worse. It took it down to just one item. Whereas 5 like makes the boards be a part of the stage at least, and also 5 adds more item slots as well as the orb system. So like that's what 4 just seemed like a downgrade for me at the time. It's not that 4 is like horrible. It's just like 3 is my favorite, right? So for me, it felt like a step back. I've never played 7, but I have heard people not like 7. I like how this is just this. Also, this is just the same boss, but he has armor now. Damn it! I was trying to get to that heart. Okay. Right, because it's... Okay, it's a multi-part. Okay. Multi-layer battle. Oh, crap! How are you supposed to dodge that? I guess just duck. Oh, okay, I gotta... How did he put me on fire there? I never played Star Rush, but I heard it's good. Super's good. This guy is the junior trooper. I mean, he's only in 2, well, maybe more, but he's only in, like, twice. Junior Trooper's in a lot more than that. Yeah, that's what I was basically saying. They tried to make a 3D board type deal, and the items were nerfed. But see, that's the thing. I like the items in 3. I think, like, I get why they were nerfed, but I just don't think it really worked. And the thing with the 3D boards in 4 is, like, I could get it if they were trying to make it, like, you know... It just feels, like, weird that they're all floating over top. That's what's weird about it, right? They're just floating over top of the scenery. That's why it comes across as odd to me. No, but see, I like that pawn because it adds strategy to the game. I'll give you the keys, maybe not so much, because the keys add in the whole door aspect, which... I guess I must have hit his shell, and his shell must have been magma, I guess. Well, that's the only thing I can think of. I will say I did like the whole party cube aspect of it was kind of neat, and I like that each board had its own host for 4. That was cool. Damn it. Damn it! Get on his belly. Oh god, thank you. There we go. Gonna punch this Tiki. I have no idea, except for that in the game, Articuno's a little bit more annoying to get, so maybe just people just didn't get it. That's the only thing I can think of. 4 had some good competitive boards like Boos and Shy Guys and even Toads. And using the minigame events, the right strategy. I mean, I would definitely not be against playing it again. I just don't like... I wouldn't go out my way to buy it is the only thing. I'll give you the 3 and 3 did not have a very interesting board, but I think everything else makes 3 good enough that I can ignore the weak boards. Oh, I get that, Darth. He's using a new power because yeah, Junior Trooper's like now I have wings cause reasons. All right, no problem, Fake Jake. I'm probably actually wrapping up here. I think I'm gonna end it here actually because. Like, I know I'm near the end, but yeah, I think this is a good stopping point. I actually went way further than I was expecting, so we'll definitely beat this next time. Spiny Desert and 3. Spiny Desert's fun, yeah. That's a fun board. 8 worlds, so I'm pretty much close to done. Yes, I'm on world 7 because it says 7. Like, I could beat it tonight, but I don't know. Like, we're at about 11. I think this is good so people don't miss out. So here's my plan. I might play this Saturday, maybe, but plan on this for now. Plan on next Wednesday. I'll play this, and then I guess I'll probably stack this with something else because it's not gonna take the whole session. I can't imagine, or I just have a short session next Wednesday. Tuesday? Or no, Monday at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern. Name that game tune. It's a guest tune with Darth Bowser. It should be pretty amazing. And like I said, Wednesday more of this. Friday should be finishing up Wonder Boy or Dragon's Curse. And then Sunday, not this coming Sunday, but next Sunday, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon DX First Look is the plan for that. I got some other stuff coming out throughout the month. But yeah, and after this is done, I'll be doing Metroid Other M, which will be a game to play. But I hope you guys enjoyed tonight. It's weird. I want to keep going, but I gotta be smart. We're gonna stop for the night, guys. So I hope you did enjoy, and let's go ahead and see who we can raid. Honestly, because this went so smooth, maybe I will play Tropical Freeze maybe in April. It'd be nice to play them back to back, or close enough that I can get a good feel of them. All right, let's see who is still streaming. Odin and Slim are still streaming, and they are playing... I don't know what this game is, but they're playing the Nintendo Online stuff, so it's one of the new games that came out. I have no idea if whatever they're playing is good, but I think we will raid them. Why play it when the frost is gone? Well, that's exactly why to play it. What are we gonna... Oh, D-Kong? That's not a bad idea. We could raid with D-Kong. Unless anyone has any better ideas. But no, you have to separate it. Do D space Kong. Is that actually what it says in the Wikipedia? Like, you copied and pasted it, right, Q? That the Wikipedia article just says some people call him D-Kong. Nobody calls him D-Kong. Yeah, Squawks is in this game. Squawks functions as a puzzle finder. We'll find puzzle pieces for you. But yeah, sorry for anyone that came in at the end. I do apologize for ending soon. I hope that's okay. Yeah, I'll be back. I'll be back next Wednesday. I'll be back Monday. And if I do anything this weekend, it's not Friday because Shadow Mario is doing his trivia contest on Friday. I don't know what I'll do, but if I do stream, it might be like early Saturday. I'm not going late Saturday. It's gonna be earlier Saturday if I stream Saturday. All right, guys, let's go ahead and raid Odin's back with Slim in tow with D-Kong. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you next time. Night, folks.